What it do, man? Welcome to the Point Blank Experience, man. As you can see from the thumbnail, and I'm over here taking stuff down and putting stuff up and looking at the wrong way. But hey, man, as you can see from the thumbnail, and this was unexpected. And I normally don't do finales. I'm gonna go ahead and bring myself up here, and let me take that down. And hope everybody's having a good day, man. I normally don't do finales on any of my seasons on any channel, but I wanted to do one last show before the season 3 ended in 2025 on Real Talk Karate. Last night I ran across an article, man. As you can see from the thumbnail, allegedly a coach was fired because of assault. He was arrested, lost his job. Life is totally turned upside down. And man, we're going to talk about it today. But before I get into it, I'm going to do a brief timeline. I'm going to share my screen right away. We're not going to be wasting any time. I want to get in here and I want to talk about this. And I'm going to probably be dropping a link if I am waiting on a response from some special guests. If I see them in the comments, I'll drop it for them as well. What's going on? Just asking what's going on. I saw I come, and what's going on, Ghost? Glad to have y'all here. So we got 13 real homies in here. I am your host, Rod, the host that sometimes does the most. On this channel, it's real simple, man. It's real talk from a point blank perspective. I don't sugarcoat anything. I only like sugar and two things, and that's coffee and Kool-Aid. Quit drinking Kool-Aid when I was a kid. Drink coffee, barely put sugar in it. So, hey, I'm a straightforward guy, but this here really, hey, we got India in the house, man. We're going worldwide. Appreciate you tapping in, Ghost. Thank you for tapping in from India. But look at, man, I'm going to give y'all a brief timeline. Like I said, I was going to share my screen here. Let me go ahead and pull that up. And as you can see, I'm going to read the timeline of events, and then we're going to dive into this. But Sherrone Moore was fired as the University of Michigan's head football coach for an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, which is a direct violation of university policy. This fine was classified as for cause, allowing the university to avoid the remaining millions of his contract. Let me explain what the remaining millions was. This guy was making $6 million per year, and the buyout was $13 million. Inappropriate relationship. We ain't got down to what that means yet, but I don't know no relationship other than my relationship that's appropriate, or a marriage that's appropriate, or any type of relationship that's appropriate that's worth $13 million. If it's inappropriate, that tell you right there, if you know you don't supposed to be doing it, why are you even putting not only, and let me just go ahead and throw that in there, even though it's not on the screen. This guy, matter of fact, it is on the screen. Let's go on up a little bit. Let me scroll up a little bit. Moore, who is married with 3 kids. So your selfish act made you go into a situation where now you're not just affecting you, you're affecting 4 other people. 4 other people that depend on you, not 4 other football players, 4 other fellow coaches. You're affecting 4 family members, your wife, your 3 children. Now, this here I found a little shaky. He's only been the coach for 2 years, but they were in an intimate relationship for a number of years. Maybe 2 is a number. It is a number, but maybe when I hear a number of years, I think of a lot of years. 10, 15, 5. Not, he was a coach. He's been the coach for 2 years. I don't know how long she's been there, and I don't know how they met, but that kind of threw me off. Now, this is where it get a little sticky, icky. I'm right here. The university policy enacted after a previous scandal places the responsibility of disclosing relationship on the supervisor. Moore and the staff member were reportedly asked about their relationship with athletic director Ward Manuel earlier, and both denied it. So both of them, they was asked about it. Now the coach and the staff member, they were asked, "There's something going on." Now, the only thing I can think of over the head coach is the athletic director. Well, the athletic director is asking the question, so we know it's not this individual. Moore is the supervisor. Subordinate is the staff member. Now, boy, This was things went in a fast gear. Relationships in. The staff member ended the relationship on Monday, December 8th. And 2 days later, on Wednesday, December 10th, the staff member informed the university. Now, she broke up with him on the 8th. I don't know what happened between the 8th and the 10th, but it must have got real messy. Because she, after all these number of years, she decided to go to the university. I mean, I don't know what happened, but boy, he must have been doing some wild stuff. I just want to know where he found the time. How you find the time to leave a crib? Well, I guess if you're a football coach, you say you're having practice, but you leave a crib, you go over here and mess with this woman, and then she go and tell the university about the relationship, provide credible evidence that had been concealed previously. Well, let me just throw a little nugget in here, because I want y'all to start coming when I get in them comments. This staff member still has a job. But if we go back, she denied it. I don't know all the rules, but you lied when we asked. Therefore, you're not credible. Therefore, we can't trust you. And right here, she provided some credible evidence. Well, how credible is it if she lied that it was going on? I ain't trying to confuse nobody. So y'all keep up with me. I'm just putting this, y'all. Once I read it, like what I'm reading right now is kind of first time I read it. I just saw it on TV. It was in a state of shock. I said, I got to talk about it. Real talk with Rock. Because I'm going to break this down. I'm going to get raw with it. I cannot be held responsible for what I will or will not say during this live stream. I'm just going to tell you. Later that same day, the university announced Moore's immediate firing. But we going 120 miles an hour. And man, with cause cited a clear violation of university policy. Now, not only is he got fired, I guess he said, well, man, this sounds like an old school 90s movie when I lived in Cali, man. I mean, I guess he said, we're going all the way. I done got fired. I might well just act a fool right now. So the situation escalated dramatically hours, not days, but hours after his fire. He said, forget this. I'm leaving the school. I'm going to find this person, and we're going to talk about it. When Moore was arrested, according to prosecutors, he allegedly went to the woman's apartment, barged in, and one of the alleged allegations is home invasion. Let me put that out there. Grab some kitchen knives. Hey, how you go? I mean, how you gonna go to somebody else's crib and use their weapons to take them out or threaten them? I mean, I guess, but grab some kitchen knives and scissors. But he wasn't gonna mess with her. He threatened to do harm to himself. Y'all gonna read this. I don't want to read it for any issues. This is happening, and you ruined my life. Well, I don't know what I hit. There it went one away. Now he got a felony. He went from. I'm gonna show y'all a picture in a minute. He went from a felon. I mean, from a coach. Let me make sure I got this, man. I'm tripping because I ain't put all this together. He went from a husband with a wife and 3 kids and a side piece, a head football coach of a prominent athletic program, the University of Michigan Wolverines. And by the way, I don't think I mentioned he the first and only black coach they ever had in history. And then the side piece decides she don't want to be the side piece no more. He go barge in her crib, grab some of her knives and say, I'm going to hurt myself with your stuff, and it's your fault. Let me finish this here so I can just jump into the comment, because I got a whole list of things I'm going to talk about. We got a felony count of 3rd-degree home invasion and 2 misdemeanors related to stalking. Maybe he stalked. Maybe I don't know what maybe he was stalking her already. I guess they said if he knew she was at the crib, he was stalking. I don't know. Breaking and entering. Well, hold up now. I mean, I ain't no lawyer or nothing, but wouldn't breaking and entering home invasion? I mean, how else you gonna invade the crib unless you break and enter? I don't know. I ain't no lawyer. He was released on a 25. Now. You could almost jaywalk and get a $25,000 bond. Now, I ain't saying to do. I ain't making no I ain't on the jury. I'm just saying. On the condition include wearing a GPS monitor, abstaining from alcohol. Oh, he must have been lit when he went over there and have no contact. I wonder why they just say abstain from all drugs. Cause I mean, I can't drink. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm going back though and having no contact with the victim. All right, y'all. All right, man. Let me look in here. I gotta see something here, man. We got 3 people in here. What up, JR here? Me tonight. Hey, me tonight. Hey, I don't know if y'all are moving around. I was going. I'm gonna drop the link. It's gonna already be dropped. If you do come up, please, we're gonna stick to this subject. You don't have to be a content creator. And as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna drop it. People can come up. You can come up. You don't have to. But I'm gonna be doing most of the probably dissecting, but then we're gonna have people just tap in and give their opinion. Let me drop this real quick. All right. So, all right, right there. Just asking said this is double standards. Hey, elaborate, just asking. And we got JR here. What up, my man? What up, my man? Yeah, me now he pissed off. Oh, it sound like a whole lot of people got pissed off. Ain't no loving worth it. He got her pregnant? Oh Lord, we got Indian man. Okay, y'all, let me keep going here. I'm gonna take that off, man. But I want to show y'all a picture, and then I'm gonna share something that's near and dear to my heart. And hopefully we get more people in here. Because I really want to get feedback. Just asking said the man loses his job, but she didn't. Yeah, that's the talk right now. And I haven't seen the outcome of that, but she's still there. She's still working. I don't know which loophole is being used, but I mean, I could think of several things, but I mean, I don't want to speculate, but I can see that this person went and told she's not the supervisor, so she's not being held to the same standard. That's the only thing I can think of. But I'm gonna unshare this and I'm gonna share another screen, man. And I want everybody to even if people are watching the replay, I want people to, let me see here. Yeah, I think it's done. Yeah. So I'm gonna do this, and I want people to just take a look at this, man. And then I'm gonna elaborate why I'm showing this. It's nothing graphic or anything. So right here, obviously it's not the guy with the football uniform. Let me take this down. But I'm not gonna dwell on that picture. I just want y'all to look at that picture. That's him on the football field coaching. And that's the picture that's all over the internet. I don't even want to spend a lot of time on that. Picture all over the internet. Disgrace, glory. Now, I showed that because in the drop of a dime. What's up? Man, Rod, is almost impossible for me to find this live. It was almost impossible? Really? Wow. Sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that, Dennis. Sorry. I don't know why. Man, no wonder we got 4, 5, 6 people in here. They ducked it out in the corner. But anyway, hey, thank y'all for being here, Dennis and Tia. But so, hey, where we are, just to catch y'all up, man. I'm sure you heard the story, but I'm gonna keep going because I got to keep rolling here. But once again, man, let me just once again. Glory. And this is what your family got to see right now. Everywhere you look on the internet, it's there. This man doesn't even have a common name. Sherrone. You type SH, and I bet you his name is going to pop up. Okay. I got too many pages, man. Anytime I talk about a hot topic, Dennis and Tia, it's always going to be on the Points Blank Experience. Anytime I do an interview, you're going to find it on the Points Blank Experience. It might be if it's investing, I might do it in 2 places. But sorry about that. I'm glad y'all are here, though. All right. So one of the things that's come up with this whole situation is he's the first Black football coach, head football coach that Michigan has ever had. Now, they've had a number of great athletes come through this school, come through this football program, Heisman Trophy winners, um, NFL standouts, NFL greats, Hall of Famers, but never a black coach. We finally get a black coach at the University of Michigan, and here we are. In the blink of an eye, half the time, if you walk throughout the day, 90% of the times you blink your eye, you don't even realize you're blinking your eye. At the blink of an eye, this man's world was turned upside down. Now, I'm not saying, hey, what up? Okay, got you, Trap. I had sent that. I dropped a link, man. If you had time to jump on for a quick second. If you don't, man, I understand. I know it's last minute, but I appreciate you being here, Trap. But this in a blink of an eye, man, this guy, not only is his world turned upside down, his whole family's world is turned upside down. But I want y'all to think about something. No, people are starting to talk about this, but what about those young men that he mentored on the football field? What about those young men that possibly looked up to him the same way they looked up to Dion as a father figure, an uncle figure, a big brother figure? Who's thinking about these people that are affected? What about the high school kids that say, hey, we may have an opportunity to go to the University of Michigan, even more of an opportunity, because look who's running the program. All that was demolished. And now they're talking about, will this impact future black coaches? We already had a hell of a time trying to get into the NFL and even the college ranks. And yeah, any coach, any color person can do this, anybody. But I noticed one thing. The more melanated, the brighter the spotlight. Let me say it again. The more melanated the individual, the brighter the spotlight becomes or tends to be. All right, I'll give you 2 minutes. I got you, bro. And I'll drop it again. As soon as I see your thing, I'll drop it. But man, going back to the Navy, this is going to be a short story. My last ship that I was on, it was a destroyer, about X amount of people. From the ranks of E7 to E9, I retired as an E8. There were 27 E7, E9. This was the backbone of the leadership of the ship. I happen to be one of them. One of 27, but I happened to be one of one when it came to people that looked like me that were black. And I can't count how many young sailors, not only black, but minorities, predominantly black. Hey, man, you inspire us. You give us hope. Hope for what? You're the only black chief in the whole ship, and you're running things. And the cool part, I hadn't looked at color prior to that day. But from that day on, I said, you know what? I used to worry about messing up my career and affecting my career. Now I got to worry about affecting however many people that look like me are on this ship. I got to worry about affecting their career. Moving forward, I retire from the Navy. I go to a car dealership, start at the bottom, work my way up to the top, hard work, the same way you see me grinding on YouTube. It's just in my nature. I'm in a board meeting. I went through a lot. I went from standing out in the rain, the cold, the snow, and all that good stuff to internet sales director, sales manager, new car sales director. I'm sitting in gotcha, Trap. I'm sitting in I'm bringing up Trap Vision 3D. This is my homie, man, fellow soldier. Hey, man, I'm going to let you have the floor. I'm just going to say this real quick. I looked around one day, and we're sitting in the Chiefs mess. This is where the E7 to E9 ate, fellowshipped, and I was the only black guy. And then now we get to this dealership, and I'm looking around in this conference room, and I said, whoa, I'm the only brother here too. Then when I went out and I looked at the sales force, the population of people that looked like me grew and grew and grew. It got a little bigger. And then I had people say, whisper, they didn't really say that, hey, man, hey, we got you. Like, they're going to do everything to make sure I'm good, because I was like their role model. Trap, man, have you heard about this coach, man? Y'all welcome Trap Vision 3D, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I heard, man, bro. I was listening to what you said about the people that could possibly. It's not even possible. All the people that's affected, because this doesn't just affect that man's life and his family. That affects everybody, and it just brings a bad connotation to like giving opportunities to melanated people, if you want to say that. It's Man, it's an all bad situation, bro. It's an all bad situation, man. People, it's like, what's that saying? Should have never gave you N words money. That's one. I mean, you can. It's so many memes that's about, you know what I'm saying, going around, but like it's an embarrassment. It's tragic, bro, and it just the value, bro. Like I don't know, man. It is. When I heard about it, man, it blew my mind. I said, bro, we like as soon as we take 2 or 3 steps ahead, man, we knock ourselves back. And it's not that like all of us, man. It's just, you know what I mean, like. But you know how they record everybody, they group all of us together at times, man. So yeah, this was a terrible situation.
You know
Terrible.
what I thought about Trap? I thought about, man, if you're at a bowling alley, and I don't bowl a lot, but you just take one bowling ball, which is
Mm-hmm.
this guy, and you roll it down the lane and you try to hit a whole lot of pins and you take a whole lot of people out with you. And
Yep.
that's what he's done. This dude has taken out. I mean, it took us how long? How many generations to get a black dude in Michigan?
bro,
Hell, I
bro,
might
that's
be 90
crazy.
before another one get there.
Bro, they ain't letting nobody else in there. Ain't like nope.
Hey man, when this came on my TV last night, I saw a guy who didn't look like me up there saying, "This has really impacted our players." And that's when it hit home with me. It didn't matter what color he was, but I was like, yo, you know,
Right,
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I guarantee you everybody that looked up to him wasn't black. I mean, I
right,
guarantee
right,
you.
right, bro. Like that's the crazy thing, man. You work so hard to get to these levels, man, and like the contract you had was sweet, man. The position you had was dope, bro. Like you're breaking barriers. You're making history at the same time, and especially right now, especially right now when you just you fumbled it, bro. He fumbled it. No pun intended, man. That I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like your family, bro. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. It ain't no excuse for that, bro.
It,
Real
it,
talk.
it ain't, you know, it goes, man, I'm tired of preaching. I just want to really just talk tonight. I'm tired of preaching about looking ahead and all that, man. But one of the hardest things to do in life, I don't care who you are, what you're doing, is to think a lot of times before we make an action. We'll do something, then we'll think, so, oh, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Maybe I shouldn't have did it that way. And then we've already done it. And some of it we can erase, and some of it we can redo, and some of it be like this, where it's just messed up. I
So
mean,
I was looking at that comment you got posted. You have to understand he's a house brother. So he isn't looking at it from our perspective. So with that being said, we was having a discussion about this, and I honestly believe that we're so separated from our history, some of us, right? And it's being washed away, and like nobody, like people like that don't value. They're not valuing what our people went through to get us to these points, right? I mean, so many people have died and sacrificed to get us to this level, and it's just like I don't know, man. It's like that's all you focus on is your selfish ambition and what you could do, the power that you have. You don't think about how many people, your ancestors that died. Like a buddy of mine had sent me a message one day, and he was talking about the story about Mega Evers, and I told him, I said, well, I know the story because that's my distant cousin. I said Mega Evers was a Wiley. His last name is Wiley, and
mm,
he's in our family tree, right? I say he was the second member of the NAACP and got killed right in front of his house, a sniper right across the street from his house. And I said, and all he was doing was trying to provide a way for blacks to be like equal among people. You know what I'm saying? And it don't hit home because we don't have somebody sicking dogs on us like that. You know, and I know the public every once in a while you'll see a police officer beat up on a black kid or whatever, but then you look like you got to look at the whole clip sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just put it like this: you're not seeing that. We don't have that segregation. Ain't nobody getting hit with water hoses and stuff like that. We don't have Martin Luther King.
did you freeze,
My
Trap?
bad, my bad, my bad, bro.
That's cool.
Yeah, just so you don't have Martin Luther Kings and stuff like that rearing up and whatnot. So, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. This is crazy. And I've been saying this. We need to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be biblical about it, you know what I'm saying? Paul had a thorn in his side. The thorn in our side is what this country has given us or taken away from us.
Mm-hmm.
You should never forget where our people came from. Yeah, you didn't get a whip across your back, but like you should at least consider that before you go and do some dumb stuff. Before you become like so selfish and self-absorbed. You know what I'm saying? So I keep that stuff in mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? Heritage don't mean nothing. As long as you get to the bag, that's what it seemed like to me. It's all about the money. That's what it seemed like. You know what I mean? So
And the more it seems like the more money you get, and I can attest to this, the more you just start doing losing your mind type stuff.
yeah,
You might
bro.
not go on a big scale with it. I saw something on it. It was on YouTube, but it was like a documentary, and it was 7 black millionaires that no one talk about, that history just erased. And it was another one, and it was this lady, man. For all you people, brothers, whoever, anybody, it was a sister that walked, I want to say from Nebraska or Mississippi or somewhere, all the way to California, 2,000 miles behind the wagon of the dude she worked for. Yet
That's
we
crazy.
see our sisters and we won't even open the door for them. That might
Woo!
not have been the woman that walked 2,000 miles, but that woman that walked 2,000 miles is a representation of a lot of the sisters, if not every sister that's out there today.
Yeah,
I'll open the door. I don't care. I don't care if you got a whole jogging outfit on and I'm barely moving. I open the door. That's how I was raised. But anyway, I'm sorry, Trav. Let me pull this up. His wife is what is YT? I'm assuming. I think I got it. So he has been removed from the culture. He thought he was immune from what
oh,
we can go through as black men. Oh boy, he forget being a coach. He need to go back to being a student. I
for
mean,
real. For real. Cause he ain't learned nothing, but he ain't learned nothing but foolishness, bro. Hey, bro, I'm gonna get back in here, man, because
okay,
I'm supervising tonight, man. So
okay.
hey, I get up with you, bro. And,
I
and
appreciate you, man. Appreciate you
yeah, no
stopping by.
problem. Shout
All right.
out chat, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the chat, man, sounding off, you know what I'm saying? Give my boy a follow, bro. Cause look, guess what? I know some people that's in the chat right now, or you're looking and you're not subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe. Quit playing, bro. What you waiting on? You know what I'm saying? You've been watching this long in the bushes. Go ahead and subscribe, man. Get that man a thumbs up, you feel me? And then, do your thing. So yeah, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. Many blessings, man. I'll holler at
Much
y'all.
love, bro. Salute, man. Much love. Hey, that was Trap Vision 3D, man. Y'all check him out, man. Cool brother. I've had opportunity to meet him in person, hung out with him a few days on the Meeting Our Cruise 2023. Watch extraordinaire. I want to tackle this comment. I want to elaborate. His wife is looking at this, I'm assuming Caucasian. So he has been removed from the culture. He thought he was immune from what we can go through as black men. There's that adds a little more clarity to this for me anyway. The odds really stacked against you now, bro. I mean, I don't know who the staff person was, or what nationality or color or whatnot, but this is just bad and wrong on so many levels, man. Let me look at my notes here. One thing that threw me off this whole thing, man. How can you? Okay, in my opinion, he knew from the gate what he was doing was wrong. He had a wife in church. I'm not the relationship police. He had a wife in church. We got that part. Then he got a girlfriend. She don't want to be the girlfriend no more. She telling that who knows what happened there. Then she go to tell school. They fire him. He loses his job. And then he want to go to her crib or her house for the people in the back, threaten her that he's going to do something to himself. Now, I'm going to put a little clarity into a couple of different things here. I don't know what this staff member did. I ain't trying to judge nobody, but this staff member, y'all might not realize the wife, the kids, the staff member, and we ain't worried about the dude. We ain't worried about the coach right now. These people are going to have some type of stress disorder. There's going to be a whole lot of people that ain't going to be right after this. I mean, they may get back right, but there are going to be some issues. And I want to talk about something, and I'm going to segue into another a small topic, then I'm going to get right back to this. But first and foremost, no means no. When a person tell you no, you just leave, that's it. Matter of fact, no is a sentence. No, period. You might not want to believe that. You may not have taught that in school, but no, period, that's a sentence. Anything after that is just extra. So, when you have these stress disorders, a lot of people hear the word, the letters, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And the first thing they want to do is equate that to the military. I'm here to tell you, I've talked to therapists. I'm here to tell you, I guarantee you there are more people in America that have been diagnosed with PTSD that were not in the military than there are in the military. People don't realize that it's not necessarily a combative issue or a wartime issue. It could be something that happened as a child, as a teenager, as a whole lot of stuff. So think about that, man. Our actions, including mine, I'm not exempt. Our actions can affect a lot of people. Our bad decisions and our good decisions can affect a lot of people. Let me read this comment from Dennis and Tia. If it was a Caucasian coach, it wouldn't be as big because, believe me, this has happened before. Yeah. And especially when you take a Black coach or African-American coach, whatever you want to call it, and he had a prominent, Michigan is probably in the football history, one of the top 5 schools ever. And you're given this opportunity. I did my research, and there have been other coaches who have been caught doing the same thing and with the same results. From what I read, this isn't the end for him. They are coming for his pockets. Woo-wee. So from what I read, this isn't the end for him. They're coming for his pockets. Now, y'all got to think, man, they coming for his pockets. And this dude, he already ain't going to get to 13 million. He might have spent half of it already prior to even getting it. Who knows? Could have bought a home that he was going to depend on that money for the mortgage, vehicles, school choices for his children. We don't know. But it sounds like from this coming, not only are they coming for the pockets of what they all owed him that he ain't got, plus what he gonna miss out, who knows, with what they got going on now. Maybe they're trying to get other money. Hey, Dennis, if you can elaborate, are they trying to get other money, like defamation of the school or something? I don't know, man. I don't know all the terms. I'm just saying this here. Why? That's all I can say is why, man. And I can't sit here and say, what were you thinking? Because I wasn't in his position. I wasn't in his situation. I can't say, hey, what were you thinking? Or if that was me, I wouldn't have. I don't know. I would hope I wouldn't get caught in that situation, but we don't know. We're quick to say, well, I wouldn't have did that. We wouldn't do that. We don't know, man. All I can say, boy, some things, y'all read between the lines, some things that have you doing some wild stuff. And some things that have you not thinking, man. But we've been on here about 35 minutes, man. I'm looking, hopefully we have some more comments. I'm not going to keep this long. I don't want to drag it out just for the sake of dragging it out. But, man, all I can say is when I do a live stream, I try to hit, just because I have one topic, I may hit several different things, especially if it's something I thought about that I may not have opportunity to do another video or go live on. But, oh boy, he has a $30 million contract from 5 years. She could turn it into a sexual harassment. Yeah. Because I don't know how much this broke up on the 8th, how much that's going to weigh now. Now, did he harass? How much did he harass her between the 8th and the 10th is going to be key, because the 8th is when she broke up with him. The 10th, and this is December 8th, she broke up with him. December 10th, she goes to the school. Later on that day, on December 10th, they terminate him as the head coach of the University of Michigan. And then here we are. So, I mean, it could have been a whole lot of harassing. She could get him for what he got. She can get him for what he got and what he will make in the future. Now, my question is, speaking of what he will make in the future, I'm sure somebody's going to care more about football than this situation. But how many job opportunities will this guy get in the future? Is this another wasted talent that'll just go down the drain? Is this another talent that we'll never know? He could have been the next, whoever the greatest college football coach is. He could have been the next African-American coach in the NFL. He could have been, and coulda, shoulda, woulda, 3 dangerous words. I coulda, I shoulda, I woulda. Exactly. I'm gonna come back up. Exactly, just asking. Zero, man. I don't think he's gonna get any more opportunities. I really don't. He might not have ever harassed, but she can say it was harassment from the start. Yeah. Didn't think about that. Hey, I was bullied or strong-armed into this situation. I never even wanted to do it. It wasn't even my idea. I had no choice. And man, depending on what kind of boy, if it's a jury there and they start to hear some of this stuff, and a lot of that stuff happened. I don't have a choice. I'm kind of like forced to do this. I mean, we don't know, man. A lot of times so much stuff happens behind closed doors, but future opportunities, man, I'm going to read this. He will get offers from smaller schools because he is a good coach. She will get a piece of every penny. Lord have mercy. Well, for his sake, I hope he do get offers from any kind of school. Because right now, with this mess, every school is large. I don't care if they got 12 football players and they got 11 on the same 11 on defense is the same 11 on offense. He got one spare. He better just take it, because the opportunities, he had a smorgasbord of opportunities. Be successful at Michigan. The last coach now, and for y'all that don't know, the last head coach of Michigan is now the head coach of the professional football teams. I'm about to say San Diego. They were in San Diego when I lived there, Los Angeles Chargers. The sky can be the limit if you're successful in Michigan. He will never know. I guess he can say the ground may have some limits, because he went from the sky's the limit to the ground, a nosedive. But to know that I'm working and every dollar I made, a decision I made, I'm going to give it to someone else. Just doing research as we talk. Hey, thanks, Dennis. I appreciate you and just asking, and for just the input that you guys are having. And I also, Trap Vision 3D for coming up. Let me make sure it's nothing else. Yeah, it is. One more thing here. I want to share this with y'all. And this is what ESPN and the bigger schools are saying, man. The bigger networks. I mean, it's just, I don't know about other people, but sometimes I've been through, so right there, I'm going to read this here in a sec, but I've been through situations throughout my life that I had nothing to do with, no involvement. But because I was a Black person, either I felt the ramifications of what had happened, or people looked at me and judged me because I was part of an ethnic group, and I had nothing to do with whoever this individual. I didn't even know this individual. I didn't even know this individual, man. Didn't even know. Hey, Dennison, let me pull this down because I want to take the. Looking forward to more of your lives, bro. And I will share for sure. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm going to go over this real quick and we're going to get ready to raise up. All right. So we already know, we know about all that. I don't have to read this here. During Thursday's edition of ESPN's First Take, former NFL player turned analyst Ryan Clark insinuated that Moore, the first African-American head coach in Michigan's history, failed. Boy, that's a big word. Failed potential black coaching candidates. So this analyst, who was a former NFL player and know what these people go through to make it to that elite level, insinuated that his actions and he had made history. His name was, it's really etched in there now. His name was etched in the history books forever. Forever. It really, the first one in and first one quickly out. He failed black coaches that don't even know they want to be a coach yet. He failed black coaches that were right there, that were so close to getting their opportunity. He could even have failed black coaches that are already in the position. Now they're going to be looked at under an even more powerful microscope. One man's actions has affected so many people. Hundreds, possibly even thousands. And I'm not exaggerating. Think about the big picture. It's coaches right now probably ain't even doing nothing. All they care about is football. Now, everybody going to be looking at them and whispering. I'm talking about black coaches. Don't let a cheerleader or another female staff member come up to them and say, "Good game, coach." Way to go, Mr. Moore. Way to go. I don't even want to show his picture because I'm not here to degrade the man. I don't have to. I mean, it's already been done. He failed a community of coaches. I haven't even read this article. I just saw the top thing. I said it should be good. Who would love, oh man, I got to highlight this, y'all. He failed a community of coaches who would love to follow him to get an opportunity. Wasn't I just talking about that in the Navy? And I didn't mention when I was on this ship, only 3.5% of the entire Navy made it to E8. And less than probably 1% of those were black. What if I was out there acting a fool when I was in the Navy? How many people wanted to be in my shoes, wanted to follow in my footsteps? How many? My mentor was black. His mentor was black. I wanted to follow in their footsteps, and I was afforded the opportunity because I'm not saying they were perfect, but they didn't make idiotic, life-threatening, career-threatening decisions that would affect their junior sailors. But this guy did a pretty good job. He failed a community of coaches who would love to follow him to get an opportunity to coach at a historically great university like a Michigan. That was the opportunity that he had, and he failed at, Clark said. All right, now, if you're Sherrone Moore, who was the first black coach at the University of Michigan, there's also a community of coaches that would love to follow in your footsteps that will be partly judged. I'm telling y'all, I ain't even read this article. It just makes sense. They will be partly judged because of your actions. I just said that. I ain't even read this. And I will be in it soon because the more I read this, the more pissed off I get because at the end of the day, man, it's hard enough for us as it is. And then we get one person that's supposed to pave the way. And instead of paving the way with asphalt and letting it dry and smooth out, I don't know what they put, some concrete and some rocks and some I don't know what they put out there, and they just mess it up, just like Trap was just saying. He does have to own that. He does have to, at some point, acknowledge that he has to be held accountable for that. Whether these things are true and someone was after him or not, he won't get a Bobby Petrino rebound. He'll be treated like Mel Tucker and whoever they are. I don't even know who they are. All right. I don't even want to get any more into that, man. I'm gonna make sure there's no more comments, and I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. What's going on, Lisa? And I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Making sure I don't have anything. Ryan Clark is my guy. He hit that comment on the nose. Yes, he did. Hey, Lisa, glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Hey, I saw your video today. Thank you. I appreciate that. Much love. Well, y'all, there you have it, man. I'm gonna get ready to put me back over here. Real Talk with Rod, season finale, man. Season finale. Hey, appreciate finality, man. I did a live of short today. I said it about 17 times. I don't even know what a finality is, but when you're saying all these words and you got so much going through your mind, sometimes you get a little jumbled up. Hey, salute to y'all too, man. Thank y'all for being here. Please do me a favor, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Make sure you select all. It is going to default to personalize. That way you'll get future notifications. Also, follow me at Points Blank Travel, not Points Blank Experience, but at Points Blank Travel or at Points Blank Network on Instagram. I typically put all live streams out before with the link. That way, if you don't get a notification, you can get it there. As well as we're moving into Facebook as a whole. And right now, really just TikTok with Investing with Rod. So we're kind of slowly migrating by, hopefully by first quarter 2026, everything will be exactly where we want it to be. So, hey, man, thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, you could have been anywhere. You chose to be here tonight. Want to thank everybody that came through. Please, if you're watching the replay, comment outside of the live. I just want to hear the feedback on this. And a lot was said today. We're not here to judge. I'm not here to judge anybody. No one's perfect. We all make mistakes. But I am trying to relate. I know I've been working on it for the last probably 2 years. Let's think about our actions and the consequences they may have. I've been fortunate. I've made some decisions in my life that could have had way worse consequences. But at the end of the day, I may not be given that opportunity. The next person may not be given that opportunity. So we have to make good decisions. Hey, thank y'all. Appreciate it. As always, man, I will be coming at you soon, whether I'm over on Points Blank Travel, talking about how to travel with little or no money out of your pocket, whether I'm on Investing with Rod, teaching you how to invest with just a little amount of money by following my journey, not investing like me, but just getting maybe ideas, or whether we're on the Points Blank experience, where there's real talk from a point blank perspective. I will be coming at you soon, man, dropping heat, fire, knowledge, not so much knowledge, just a pen. And I'm also here to learn, man. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room, because if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room. But I'm not going to do like everybody else. They always say if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to leave that room. No, if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm going to leave that room. But I'm going to go to a different room and I'm going to grab the knowledge, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to come back to the original room and I'm going to share with the people that were right there with me. And I had the most knowledge. With that being said, y'all have a good one. I will be seeing you soon. As always, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. I can guarantee you. Hope everybody have a good one. No football on the night, so I don't know what I'm about to do, but I'm sure I can come up with something. I think I have a couple of videos to edit. Look around YouTube. I might be in another live. You never know. Much love, y'all. Peace. I'll holler.